Okay, so this came up randomly today. A user on Hollow Knight Reddit said that parrying always does damage to the boss, even if you don't hit the boss. He said that the wiki says so surely enough I went ahead to investigate. One wiki indeed does say so, the other one says nothing about it, and the third one doesn't even mention parries at all. So which one is it? Well, I guess you'll have to watch to find out. Took 2 hours to edit together that 3-minute long video, so I gotta squeeze that watch time out of you somehow. Anyways, let's start with just smacking Sly around on the basic difficulty, just to count how many hits it takes to defeat him and what our soul values are. The only charm that really has an impact on this test is strength, and it's equipped in both. As you can see, there might be a few accidental parries, but we'll get to how they're considered in the second test in just a minute. We're also using up soul, otherwise our soul bar would be full, and soul is a great measurement tool. As you've seen by now, the expected values are 15 hits for the first stagger, 10 hits after that for phase 2, and 8 hits to wrap up the fight. Looking at the soul bar is also a good indicator. I like to treat it as a reverse health bar on bosses, because Sly will always get staggered once you have a full soul head and 1 additional orb. These are the charms, but as I said, the only thing impacting these tests is strength. Now moving on to the real test, which will answer the video's question in just a moment. The start of the fight is just me doing non-hit parries, which means parries that do not hit the boss, and you can see that by the empty soul meter. Now, as annoying as it was, here we have 3 separate counters. One for parry counters without hits, one for just hits, and one for parry hits. This should be 100% accurate, as I've gone through the video several times, so they might not be perfectly set by the millisecond the thing happens, but I hope you can excuse that. Looking at the soul bar, you can see we actually hit the boss. I used that to get really accurate results. And now we're approaching the moment when I'll just proceed with the fight normally, so we can really just test out the results. If the non-hit parries dealt damage, we should already have a stagger, but maybe they just dealt damage and do not stagger. Well, for that you'll have to watch till the end of the fight. Anyways, one thing that doesn't lie is the soul meter. It's exactly the same as in the previous test, but we end up with 16 hits instead of 15. What's up with that? That's another thing. A perfect parry is commonly understood as 2 hits, but it actually only does 1 nail hit worth of damage. So we actually end up with 15 hits when adjusted for that, which solidifies my theory. The transition for phase 2 goes as expected, with 10 hits. And now for the final phase, to answer whether or not non-hit parries actually dealt damage, or if at least perfect parries dealt 2 damage. You can already calculate that non-hit parries actually don't deal any damage, otherwise Sly would be already dead before he can even transition into phase 2. And as for perfect parries, you can see that we needed to hit him 8 times, the same amount as in the last test without parries. So no, perfect parries do not deal double damage. Oh, here's your answer. I'm happy I could be the one to actually explain something properly for the first time on a topic that has a lot of people confused. Big props to Sharp Shadow Ghost Brewer from Reddit on discussing me on that topic. Otherwise I wouldn't give it too much attention and this video wouldn't exist. This only makes me think how many more things regarding parries might be misunderstood or not known about. I'll make sure to dig deeper and bring you the answers, so make sure to subscribe to not miss that. And leave a like too if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. You can click here to watch my other parry video. Take care!